Well, so obviously you have Nathan and you've worked with Nathan for years. What kind of a shorthand does that give you, knowing that you know to some degree how he's going to play scenes and what he's able to do?
Well, I mean, what I learned working with him on Castle was that he really can do anything as an actor, which not every actor can do. He didn't necessarily get to use all those muscles on Castle, but it was really exciting coming into the show, knowing that I can write anything for him and he can do it. And so yeah, he has a real ease that is easy to write to because he doesn't need a lot of words to say something. Yeah.
Well, you have an incredible ensemble, and the show feels much more like an ensemble piece than I actually expected it to be.
Right.
Like, so what has that kind of been like, discovering everyone else's strengths and what they're good at now that you're getting more time with them, and how is that helping you shape the first season?
It's been great. I mean, because we had Nathan, we got to cast early, and by early I mean like a week or two early. But that really allowed us to find the perfect cast. Having Nathan does it as well. A lot of times with network shows, they do this weird math on what stars equal how much, and so you end up casting things based on percentages rather than chemistry. And so Nathan read with everybody. We really got to explore that, and so I thought it was really important to surround him with a really strong group of actors who, and my job on the pilot was to write really well-defined characters for them to play, which I think we did.
Yeah. Well, and a cop show in 2018 is a different kind of a beast than it might have been even 3 or 4 years ago. How much are you guys leaning into that, and how much are you guys trying to just tell different kind of stories?
I see the show as aspirational in nature. I don't think as a network cop show we can give proper respect to some of these bigger stories. I just don't think we can do it, and so I won't do it. But I do think we have an opportunity to tell stories about real human beings as police officers, treating the community in ways that I think cops should. And most cops do, to really sort of go, in the pilot there's that moment with Unicorn Man where, in many circumstances, sadly, over the last, however many years, a person with mental illness might get tased or killed. And because Nathan's character talked to him, we learned something really important that saved a life. And so we don't hang a lantern on that, but I just feel like if we tell those stories and have our cops do that stuff, that it could make a difference.
Well, so to go up after the pilot actually airs, instead of having a will they won't they, like a lot of procedurals do have, you have a complicated relationship with Nolan and Lucy because of both of them working together and also it just being such a male-dominated field. How are you playing with that? How are you dealing with the age difference that is obvious there? What is that kind of looking like this first season?
Well, I mean, we did it on purpose. I think it's a really interesting dynamic. I think it's a really charged scenario, and I don't think we're shying away at all from the sort of discussions about privilege and, as you said, a male-dominated profession. So I think that's a really interesting way to deal with it. And then also you have two people who really like each other, and so how are they going to navigate through those waters where it's intrinsically unfair to her what the reaction will be versus him. So I just think that's, great drama.
A lot of times, just network-wide with procedurals, when you have a relationship set up in the first episode of the show, it's kind of held up as like the ultimate endgame relationship. Are you looking at them as an endgame relationship, or are they just more kind of working through everything and you don't even know where they're going to ultimately end up?
I think there are a lot of differences between them. There are a lot of similarities. I think that we will see where it goes. I mean, I think they found each other for a reason, but at the same time, look, he's just coming off a 20-year marriage. Her longest relationship was like 4 months. So they're very different people and at very different stages, and so I just think that's really interesting. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.